Ladies and gentlemen, born in 1952, early in the year, but only to make history when he was 38 in 1990. In Italy, this is where he engraved his name in the books of history. This is none other than Roger Milla. Guys, I'm talking of a player who holds the history or holds the record of being the oldest player to score at the World Cup finals. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening to African football? I'm talking of a Cameroon team that broke history. It holds the history right now of getting in or knocked out in the quarterfinals of the World Cup finals. But then right now, we no longer have something like that in Africa. But do we? Don't we have that record? I mean, I'm talking of France. France recently won the World Cup with African teams. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that much. I almost forgot the formalities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Football Punditry, and welcome to the show as we live, we love, and we enjoy talking football with yours truly, Simbarashi. Thank you guys. Enjoy this show. Let's get right into it. I'm Makanyanga, and to my right, I have Mr. Tedious Manyepo. So, gentlemen, today we want to do a build-up to the game against Algeria. So we want to look at the early team news, given what Coach Loga has selected, and we want to look at the depth of our team and how are our chances, Mr. John? I mean, how do you see us doing in this game?
Oh, thanks, Simba. Looking at the squad, definitely we've always been underdogs when it came to this game. Algeria are the defending champions of the Africa Cup of Nations. So to say we are going into this game as underdogs, definitely a win now just will be a bonus for us. Considering the trials and everything, but looking at the professional squad, there was not much time for this Loga to even look at this players, but this is the best that we have for now. Okay. Wow. I would want to see how we do or how our boys do. But then looking at the squad depth, Mr. Teddy, Coach Loga has named Ovid, Karuru, and King Nadolo in the squad. I mean, Ovid is currently unattached, and King, we know of what King can do, but then he's not been in action for almost 8 months. I mean, how do you see this selection? How is it according to you?
Obviously, this is not the first time that we've seen a squad including an attached player. We've had in the previous occasions Shaim Jambo, Abba Samid. So in terms of including Karuru, I think the coach explained, and I think he is justified. Because in terms of institutional memory, he knows, Ovid knows how the dimensions of the squad is. Know what to do when, say, knowledge is the ball. Okay. What to do when Kama is the ball. In terms of institutional memory, I think the inclusion of Ovid Karuru is justified because we don't have any player who can play better than Ovid in that position. And obviously, in terms of game time, he is not match fit, but who is match fitter than him in terms of that position? Sure. That should be the question. And then King Nadolo, I think the coach also had Chan in mind. He has since made it clear that he wants King Nadolo to lead his Chan squad. So his inclusion in the provisional squad, I think is also justified because this is only a provisional squad. Exactly. He just want to instill confidence in this youngster. Okay.
Getting back to you, given the form of our players, like we recently spoke to Alec Mudimu, and he was quite confident. He was saying, of course, Algeria might be the favorite, but then we as the Warriors have the form. Our boys have been playing well, considering himself, and considering the likes of Tatenda actually had a poll recently of the best serve of the week, and Marshall Munetsi was in the team of the week, named in a squad that consists of the likes of Kylian Mbappe, and one of our boys, Kama, has been giving some beautiful assists and stuff. How do you see this from our boys?
Yeah, definitely our guys have been doing well in their respective leagues. You see Alec Mudimu, and you mentioned Tatenda Mkurura bouncing back into the Warriors after 3 years. And obviously, apart from being that having made it on the save of the week, he was named the team of the season for that that league in America. That is a good thing for us. And talking of Kama, yes, he has been not been good in front of goal for the Kaizer Chiefs, but definitely when we know what Kama can do when it comes to the Warriors. But what I'm really worried about is the time that we are going to have these Warriors in camp ahead of this big time. If you are to look, the team that played Malawi, very few of these players are going to play Algeria. But if you are to look at Algeria, they played Mexico, they played Nigeria. So that is the same team that's going to face the Warriors. You look at the time that they've been together, then it's going to be a difficult tie for us. But maybe as Warriors they do something, but we'll wait to see how we're going to perform on this one.
Okay, that is beautiful, and you're hearing it for yourself. Teddy, the Makali Bonne situation, we have no doubt about Makali Bonne's quality, and he has been scoring of late. And could we, as the Warriors, have lost him for good, or might there be an opportunity for us in the future? But given the fact that he's been scoring, might he be in Gareth Southgate's plans for England?
I don't see Gareth Southgate picking him for the Three Lions. And for us, the first thing that one should possess in order to play for one's country is patriotism. He has made it clear that he wants maybe he can make it for England, and we are second in terms of his priorities and in terms of his choice. And our coach has also made it clear that if he is not patriotic enough, he may not pick him. So I think it is still touch and go. It's still tricky. Maybe the coach will go and his replacement. Patriotism should come first. So I don't know.
True. Maybe coming on into that, you have to look at what Tendeda did.
Okay, yes.
He came for the Warriors. But maybe talking about Bonne, we don't know what his reasons are for now. But definitely for him to say he's now opting for 3 years too early for him to consider that. But obviously the problem with which we have seen in some of these foreign-based players, they want to be there when they've qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations or the World Cup ends. Playing this because they know it is more valuable for them to play, marketable for them to play the Africa Cup of Nations than in these qualifiers. But definitely, this should have been a good thing for him considering the form that he is in. But definitely, we have got some replacements in part. Tino, Prince Dube is doing well, knowledge and so on, come a billiard. I don't think he was going to make it in the first 11 if he was to come.
There is just something adding on to that. There is a speculative information coming from different sources that his family, Makali Bonne's family, has a history of heart problems, and he claims to have had signs of something like that, and he said it was a precautionary move to not show for the Warriors. Some people say that his condition might have prevented him from showing up for this coming game against Algeria. I mean, we don't know. It's football at the end of the day. But then moving on, let's talk about Adama Traore. Let's talk about the Bonne situation, shedding more light about in relation to the Adama Traore situation. These players, these African players, have often been selected for European clubs, for European teams, and they've been doing well. We've seen some of the players playing for France and stuff, and then they've won the World Cup. What could be the problem with Africa that we cannot attract such players and play for us, given the fact that the last team to do very well, African team to do very well, was Roger Miller's team of 1990, when they made it to the quarterfinals of the World Cup finals. Could us as Africans lack that pulling power, or our football associations should do better?
Obviously, firstly, as a matter of fact, the last team to do well in the World Cup, in the FIFA World Cup finals, was Ghana in 2010 when they reached the quarterfinals, and they got knocked out by Uruguay via that.
The last team to do very well, African team to do very well, was Roger Miller's team of 1990, when they made it to the quarterfinals of the World Cup finals. Could us as Africans lack that pulling power, or our football associations should do better?
Obviously, firstly, as a matter of fact, the last team to do well in the World Cup, in the FIFA World Cup finals, was Ghana in 2010 when they reached the quarterfinals and they got knocked out by Uruguay via that penalty shootout. But coming to your question, I think patriotism also comes into play, and then maybe the conditions, the conditions in African football do not are not that favorable, are not that conducive for them. Maybe it's just a maybe.
Don't you have something to share on?
Yeah, definitely, but you have to look again at the level of play. We talk about amateur or the team that is playing. Obviously, you opt for a team that is going to give you more mileage than coming to Africa. That is what maybe my colleague here, Tad, is saying. Patriotism. But at the end of the day, these players want to go and go and more. So definitely, if you are to be given options, just like you, if you are to be asked, do you want to work in England or in Zimbabwe? Definitely, you would choose a better option. Yeah, maybe that is some of the reasons that they have.
Yeah, but speaking of that, we have other players. Not all of them are choosing England or Europe over Africa. We have the likes of our own Alec Mudimu, we have Wolfgang Zaha, who actually chose Ivory Coast over England. I mean,
it's simple, but if you have to look at these things, not taking anything away from these players that we have, but these players maybe they start to consider the competition that they have at those national teams. Because obviously it will be very difficult for someone to say, I'm going to compete with this player.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely, he has a better chance of playing maybe for Zimbabwe, maybe for Ivory Coast, maybe for South Africa, than to play for France, than to play for England, than to play for Belgium. So definitely that is some of the things that he has to choose. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we could go on and on and on about this, but then unfortunately we have to wrap this off. If you are new to this, I will repeat this: subscribe and follow our pages for more content of this. We have some of the most fantastic experts here coming in every week, and we promise to do the best that we can for you guys. And thank you guys for showing up for this show. And thank you. See you guys. Thank you.